This is BYU Math 112. In this video we will discuss textbook section 3.4, exercise number 26. The directions say find the derivative of the function. We're doing problem 22, which says f of s is equal to the square root of s squared plus 1 over s squared plus 4. So in this problem we will use the chain rule, which I wrote below. And so it's helpful to look at these and recognize that we do have two functions. We have an exterior function of something to the 1/2 power, and then we have an interior function of s squared plus 1 over s squared plus 4. And so those are the two things that we're going to be taking the derivative of. So we start with the exterior function. So we're going to write f prime of s is equal to, and when we have something to the 1/2 power, we're going to use the power rule. So we multiply by the 1/2. We're evaluating at the interior function. So s squared plus 1 over s squared plus 4. And then we take our power and subtract 1. So we'll have to the negative 1/2 power. And then we have to multiply by the derivative of the interior function. And to use the derivative of the interior function, we're going to have to go back and use our quotient rule. And the way I learned it was low d high. So the lower function times the derivative of the top. The derivative of the top is going to be 2s minus high d low. So the higher function times the derivative of the lower function, which is also going to be 2s. Under the line, low squared must go. So s squared plus 4 squared. So now we're going to simplify what we can simplify. F prime at s. 1/2 I'm not going to do anything with yet. The second term, I have a quotient to a negative power. When we have a quotient to a negative power, that negative power is going to give me the reciprocal of that quotient, and so I'm going to rewrite this s squared plus 4 over s squared plus 1, and now since I took the reciprocal, I can lose the negative sign. And then we notice in the third term, both of the things on the top are being multiplied by 2s, so I'm going to have 2s times, and then what's left, s squared plus 4 minus quantity s squared plus 1, and all of that is over s squared plus 4 squared. Now we're going to simplify some more. We write f prime at s, and notice that I have multiplying by 1/2 and multiplying by 2. So I can use those two things. They cancel each other out. And then the square root of a quotient is equal to the quotient of the square roots. So I'm going to rewrite this second term as s squared plus 4 to the 1/2 over quantity s squared plus 1 to the 1/2. And then I still have an s up here, and I can subtract these two things. S squared minus the s squared is going to be 0, and 4 minus 1 is going to leave me with a 3. And then I still have the quantity s squared plus 4 squared on the bottom. And now we notice that we have s squared plus 4's on the top and s squared plus 4's on the bottom. So I'm going to write them so that they have positive exponents. I have more s squared plus 4's on the bottom, so 2 minus the 1/2 is going to be where my 3/2 comes from. So the only thing that's left up on the top is the 3s. And then on the bottom, I do still have s squared plus 1 to the 1/2 power. And then again, when I simplified the other part there, I get s squared plus 4, and the 2 minus the 1/2 is 3/2. So there's how we do number 22 using the chain rule. If possible, simplify anything that you can simplify. You might have been tempted to stop a step earlier here, but I do have common factors. I should simplify them out. But learn that chain rule. Exercise 22.